You are absolutely not to use this for evil.
Spoiler alert, I will be talking about ABC's TV show The Quest, which is an awesome show because the amount of detail that went into the show to make it seem like real to the contestants was incredible and should definitely be repeated. Whew. Gotta control that excitement factor just a little bit.
Challenge 8. The Dragon's Lair.
Shondo, you are a fantastic competitor and a true joy to watch. I love how you think out loud, because your thinking out loud was also teaching the people back home, like, what goes on in the mindset of the competitor? What are you thinking about? What is giving you that edge? And I think you gave Jimbo Slice some of those little details too, and those little clues, because he was doing the same thing. He was mimicking you. I don't know if you knew that, but he was like muttering under his breath the same kind of things that you did. Slow down, run your race. Don't look at nobody else, run your race. You know, these are good, like, mental cues for a competitor, for someone who wants to compete in something. I love how Shonda also kept this really positive attitude. You know, he's like, oh, I didn't win, but I am safe from the Fates challenge, and that's what matters. And he just looked at the silver linings, and I think that's what made him such an enjoyable competitor, and why so many people were like, yeah, Team Shondo the whole show, because he was just great. And they say you can't learn anything from TV. However, I do wonder, like, what would the producers have done? Like, the sun was the natural timer, and I love that because the sundown was the deadline, so they were using natural elements. So I wonder what the producers would have done if everyone, like, no one figured it out by sundown. What if no one got it? I mean, I get it probably wasn't filmed in winter, so the sun wasn't going down quite as fast, but still. They had to have a backup plan, like some kind of backup plan, right? In this episode, the contestants had to put together a series of gears, thread a chain through them, and then turn the handles to close the metal trap to lock up the dangerous dragon. I said it before, there's an awful lot of wheel turning in this game. Wheel turning is all about coordination. It's all about being able to make nice, smooth circles quickly.
Hey, look! I magically have a new shirt! So I had to think really long and hard about how would you strengthen this motion, because it needs to be smooth, it needs to be turned quickly, and you also need to protect your joints, your elbows and your shoulders. And so I initially thought, jump roping! Now when you jump rope, you actually want a rope that goes all the way up to your armpits. This one's really short, but it's going to be all right. It's the only one I've got, so we'll deal with it. You just make turning motions, and it's the best way to do it, unless you like have one of those old cars like I do, where it takes like 10 men to open the window. That'll work too. You know, you probably already have the best, strongest elbows in the world, except if you're always the driver, then it's only your left side. Anyway, tangent. Here we go.
Pop, pop, good, make, yo, pop, get, set, ready, go. Jumping, yeah, jumping, yeah, everybody. Jumping, yeah, jumping, got, to steer, jumping, yeah, everybody. I don't want to see it come down. Jumping, yeah, everybody. Jumping, yeah, got, to steer, jumping, yeah, everybody. I don't want to see it come down. I don't want to see it come down.
In this challenge, you're going to be using a lot of elbows and shoulders also, and it's important to strengthen those joints so you can protect them and they won't rip. Like I did. I totally ruined my rotator cuff in this shoulder because I was showing off. We were doing a 1 rep max, which is where you take the most heavy weight you possibly can and you lift it, and you're supposed to be, it's like the furthest you can go with one weight. I was going to be awesome, and I was going to be like the Hulk, and I was going to be like, girl, I am stronger than all you little girls. Yeah. And I already was. I'd already proved my point, but I wanted to see how far I could push it. So I was like, 5 more pounds. That's no big deal. Oh my gosh. And so since then, my shoulder's been a little bit weaker, so I have to do therapy for it. And one of the therapies you can do to help strengthen your shoulders is you take a band. You see them in the gym. Sometimes there's a little bit stretchy. Keep your elbows nice and tight. So if you are worried about that, stick like a towel under each arm. And if it falls, your elbows aren't tight. And you're just going to extend your hands to either side. That's going to rotate that shoulder. And you're going to do that 10 times. And then the other one is called the Statue of Liberty, where you have your arm kind of down here. You have your hand up here with your thumb pointed up. And it's kind of loose at first. And then you just extend straight up. It's going to look like this from the side. That's going to help the shoulder. And then the last one, you need like a surface, a flat surface under your arm. Again, it's kind of nice and loose here. And you extend back like this, like you're hitchhiking. You have a bench, put your hands down. You're gonna sidle your rear forward. You don't wanna scoot your rear this far forward because that's going to strain some things you don't wanna strain. Have a nice wide grip behind you, feet kind of close. And you're just gonna lower your rear down and then take it right back up. Hi, kitty. Down and up. Cameo for the cut. Workouts and being a hero and just being awesome all can combine. And doing chores is one of those ways you can just move. Sometimes all you need to do is just move. And all those little movements you do every day is going to help out a little bit. So we're going to be a hero here and wash the windows. Washing. Wax on with the elbows. Wax off with the elbows.
걱정은 no. 고민도 no. 웃어봐 ho. 딱 그게 yeah. 날 따라 hey. Get set ready.
Fates challenge! Thankfully not a wheel turning challenge, but it was still the most complicated Fates challenge yet. You had to take a dragon's egg. I'm fairly positive that this thing was made of solid wood and guided up from a pit through an iron grid tube and then net the thing all without touching it. Yeah, fairly complicated to duplicate for a home workout, but we can do one. We can find one that's close.
Everybody. Wait, you forgot something.
What?
That.
There are easier ways to do this, but then what's the point? Quest on, guys.
Side, just scoot your rear just barely off. You don't want to slide forward. Let me try that again.
That's all, folks.
Woo!
Go.
Are you pointing down into it?
Not on me, focus on the thing. Motion going on throughout the entire quest. Lots of wheel turning. Because I'm not allowed to say cranking according to my friend. And
Because the sheer amount of detail that went into going to do the show to make the the contestants happy. I don't know. I'm gonna start over.
okay, but we could just continue this on like it's like one big continuous round because editing is magical. Anyway, it's cool. Why November?
Okay, so in this challenge, I always say queso at the beginning.
Blah.
Woo! I'm not gonna murder you in your car.
Do you want to help me hide a body?
Oh no! You know, I was a little worried putting that in the last video. I was thinking people are gonna think we're psychopathic murderers or something.
You're hysterical.
Hi, kitty. You're interrupting. Meow. Go away. So,
The end.